Peace, and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Do Knowledge Radio. Place for knowledge born. We're here on our YouTube channel live, doing a little tester, out here. A lot going on for us, a lot going on with the family. So we just testing out some of this new stuff. You see what I'm saying? We got my brother found the Midwest Music Focus, founder of RBG League, RBG AOI, World League in the building, RBG Squad Boss, Midwest Music Mondays on in the building. Uh, so much going on for this week. We are on the third day of Kwanzaa. We're dealing with uh, Ujama, cooperative economics. So we got this little talk black to me session to see, who gonna come through, show us some love. Let me hand the platform over to Squad Boss, RBG Squad Boss, see what's on his mind as I continue to share this out with some of the family. Share it with the family, let them know we on live right now. Black Power Squad Boss, what's going on with you too?
Black African power, Black African peace, Black African unity, man. Shout out to everybody in attendance, man. I hope y'all hitting that like button and sharing, please. I'm just happy to see knowledge, do the knowledge radio back running up, man. Shout out to knowledge, boy, la la. So that's gonna be exciting to me. I just want everybody to be able to it's let me see, the RBG World League locked up, AOI RBG World League, subscribe to them. The King James 13 Anti-Bully Inc. Check that out. Anybody who know anybody who's going through anything like that as far as being bullied or being in conflict that need help getting out of me, you can find it on all major social sites, that's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Uh, Other than that, Midwest Music Mondays on Do the Knowledge Radio on blogtalkradio.com/Do the Knowledge Radio. THA, not THE. And then that's what's up, man. But we in the building. Gonna wrap this year up and get ready for 2020. It's gonna be big for everybody. I'm excited to see the chapters that's gonna, unfold for everybody, man. So we got some things coming down the stream, music, skits, movies, YouTube, blog, foots. Like it's going down, man. So it's gonna be an amazing year. I just appreciate these platforms, and this is another one. I know this is gonna be big right here, man. So we'll continue to be big because it was never small. So I appreciate you giving that test run. Let's see what's popping. We really talk that mess.
Most stuff. I ain't been on here like what close to 2 years. You see what I'm saying? Been
Ooh,
a minute since we've been on here. We actually had some uh, technical blockers that was kind of blocking us from being on here, and you know, hopefully this is something that we can continue to do, and some other things that come through from that. We limited on what we could do over there in Blog Talk, but we unlimited over here. So we just wanted to check this StreamYard out. We got the Zoom, and we here. So it's a bunch of stuff going on. So what's for me, Swab? What about you? What's some of the biggest lessons you're gonna take away from 2019? Man, 2019. Everybody I've been talking to, man, I've been like, yo, 2019, yo, been crazy, yo, for real. This was a wild ass year, blah blah blah. You understand what I'm saying? So what about you?
yeah, no, it's an easy one. No exaggerate networking, man. I found out the importance of a black book. Like just like I meet a lot of people and that be it. You know what I'm saying? Because I figure, everybody got bills to pay and this, that, and other. But it's like just that network and holding on to them contacts and, you know, pushing each other, to do what we gotta do. It's a little more freedom now to be able to do that So I'm just glad that I'm able to build with the people that I've been able to build with and use them, you know what I'm saying, and be used by them, be able to share in the resources and the knowledge and stuff like that. So that to me, that like put me in a whole nother grind, a whole nother gear. You know what I'm saying? So it's like cause locally I got burned out, you know what I'm saying? So it's like basically expand your net, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be able to handle that. So it seemed like the way that this is set up that I could actually get support from multiple places at the same time. It's like I create that traffic, so do it. So that networking right there, just seeing how you move, and it's like, yeah, oh, I got somebody here, I got somebody there, I got somebody for that. Like, man, I need to get my address book up. You know what I'm saying? That's it, bro. So that right there, and then the second thing, which is worth mentioning, is just the economics, the group economics, the economic plans. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's definitely gonna make my 2020, bro. Man, shout out to Renee Black Graphics. You got that
Yeah,
video plan. Yeah, shout
video
out to
playing,
you
all
know,
kind of stuff. Like, yeah, man, yeah.
yeah,
Like,
you going
yo,
down.
this year been a very defining year for me. I started this year off in a different space. You see what I'm saying? Like, this was the year when I was born. So a lot of things were associated with that I would come to realize ancestrally. A spiritual reformation, a reconnecting and a rebonding with family, familiar ties, foundationally. You see what I'm saying? Solidified and forged in blood. You see what I'm saying? So as to the platform, you know, so as the proper growth and development of the platform and the elevation as preparation to going into this year of hindsight 2020. So everything is, you know, remarkable how it's unfolding. You see what I'm saying in regards to what's going on. I see Sister Sass in the building. Shout out to Sister Sass, man. Warrior sister always showing love and support, man. Um, that empowering tool in regards, like you were saying, Swab, that networking, like the networks and connections and the things that happened throughout this year has been crazy amazing. You see what I'm saying? Cross culturally, people from different spiritual inclinations, you know, mental, emotional, psychological, differences brought some of the best out of the people that, we've been in contact with thus far. It's been something amazing, it's something powerful. And, want to propel that forward and keep that in mind. You know, I did a live and I was talking about collective work and responsibility, that second principle of quantum. And I was talking about uniformity versus unity. They said, I heard some people out there saying, they were saying, you know, we don't need uniformity to have unity. And I used to be like, okay, I can see where they're coming from. But I think that is something that's very, very disrespectful and disingenuous. You do when things, in order to have unity, things have to be uniform. Everything has to look the same. Everything has to act the same. Everything has to walk the same. It has to be one motion. It can't be dissension in the ranks where unity is supposed to be present. I'm not talking about agreement. I'm not talking about a false sense of security. I ain't talking about surrounding yourself with yes women and yes men. I'm talking about Unity and purpose is so strong, that unifying factor that unites us all as a people, that has to be uniform. Has to be. You have to don that same uniform and move forward. This is why these principles are so important, because unity has to be present first before anything else can be done. Then they become the building blocks on this solid foundation of why and when and how we unify. That's unity. Unity is in the precipice and the essence of uniformity. It's there. It's uni. It's one form, uniform. So you got the prefix and you have the root in the forming and the shaping of what we are seeking to achieve. We must have one mind. We must be of one body. We must be of one being for whatever that goal is. And this is how we see unity present amongst those who have united. So this is an understanding of how we come together. So different cultural aspirations, goals, and things can be something that can be achieved, and we can work together for one common cause. So they saying, okay, we all have to think this way. Yes, we all have to think this way. We all have to act this way. Yes, we have to all act this way. And this is towards this particular goal, whatever that goal is. You can't have somebody chilling and everybody else is moving forward. That has just now caused the liability in the thinking process and in coming forward. So 2019, it was the motto was get you a team in 2019, going into 2019.
Sorry.
That's what it was. So people you cut off or people cut you off, whatever the case may be, whoever's still around right now, this is your team. Your team went through hell, went through pure pain and bloodshed. You see what I'm saying? They were challenged. They were tested. You understand? So they had a chance to see who was going to be on their team and what that actually means. So this was get you a team in 2019, and man, it was some of your aces in 2019 that fell by the wayside. Some of your aces, some things and some people you could never even suspect that will fall by the wayside or will come to the team. They came there. This was serious. This was serious. So going forward into 2020, hindsight being 2020, you are understanding the lessons that were in the blessings of 2019. Can't see them right now. Can't see them right now. You got wounds, you got scars, you limping. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, 2019 was rough because that's what change is. That's what change is. And how you usher in a new change. It's rough. Things got tore up, things got broke up, people got removed, people got replaced. And then the ones that stayed, they strong as hell. They strong as hell. So, moving forward in this space and place, man, one of these biggest takeaways is learning the lessons from the blessings going into 2020. If hindsight is 2020, you go back and you look. That's the meaning of respect. That's one of those definitions uh, that I take from Dr. Joy DeGroot. Respect means to look again. Spec meaning look, again. So if hindsight is 2020, we're looking back at our existence and our sojourn, and we're learning to embrace those blessings from the lessons. those blessings from the lessons of our ancestors, those blessings but the lessons from our creative forces, those blessings, those lessons from our own life experiences, and those blessings for those things that are yet to come. It's deep out here, powerful, a lot of things going on, and a part of understanding what those things are is to create a system where which many of those things can grow and be cultivated. What was we, what was we doing, so you don't let me preach a sermon and shit, all that, man. You know what I'm saying? We just supposed
Mm,
to
that's
see,
that's it. Hey, you better get you some.
see who was coming through. You know what I'm saying?
Been a slight minute too. Oh no, fam.
Right,
Not
right,
gonna miss out on that. But truth, it's always room for truth. And when
right.
it come, it come. Fuck that, man. Get it documented, get it in there. Ain't no talking about preach. Yeah, well, your ace is gonna fall by the wayside. It's like,
Hey, I'm telling you, like that was one of the biggest lessons for me. You see what I'm saying? It's a hard lesson, but it was indeed a blessing. So reclaiming it and reshaping it and reframing it in my mind is something that helped me get through it. You see what I'm saying? Along with these other things culturally that we know and understand. So, Sister Sats, but Israelites think the same way too. Knowledge that is 100% correct.
mm,
That's 100% correct.
mm,
We don't have a deference in regards to culture. We don't have a deference in regards to culture. When you get away from those influences that provide space and leave room for division, we don't have that. That's not what we do. Let me talk about Do the Knowledge Radio since we in Do the Knowledge Radio world. Do the Knowledge Radio was the first platform for Demona Israel to broadcast the life, the legacy, and the history of those brothers and sisters and families who repatriated over 50 years ago to Demona, Israel, by aid of the delegation of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey's people who he sent to Liberia. They came from Liberia to Chicago and found out it was some brothers and sisters that wanted to repatriate over 50 years ago to Demona, Israel. And they went from Chicago to Liberia, and from Liberia to Demona, Israel. We was their platform of choice. They could have went any place to any other platform on the planet and did Voice of Zion Radio, and they did it on Doing Out Radio. So now I just told you that some Pan Africanists who left under the orders and the
mm,
auspices of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey and went to Liberia and lived there. Went to Sierra Leone and some other places. Lived there, set up a community, came back for some brothers and sisters in Chicago and ensured that they opened the way for them to repatriate back to Israel. These Pan African RBG people came over here with some Israelite people and helped some Israelite people get to Israel. And they've been there for over 50 years. When you remove the centers and spaces and places that cause division, you see vision. In division, you have vision. The vision is distorted based upon separation. I got Christians on my platform that come on there every third Tuesday of the month. And they're a national human rights organization. And they help folks who are victims of human rights violations and wrongful death by police and the like. They're Christian folks out of Georgia. Now, Muslim folks that come on the platform, Moorish folks that come on the platform, Nubian folks that come on the platform, atheists that come on the platform. The Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey had the Universal Negro Improvement Association. Universal Negro Improvement Association. That was an interfaith alliance that allowed African people indiscriminately to come into that organization in a mandate for them to improve themselves. They didn't have to become anything. They were born with what they needed in order to improve themselves and belong to that particular organization. Doom Radio, that's that place. An ode to what came before it. We don't deal with division. Now we do separate ourselves from things and people that are anti our people in every sense of the word. Anything that is opposed to what we stand for as black people ain't got no place on my platform.
Try to move around.
Not one. Not one iota of an iota. Anything that is anti-black life and anything that is destructive to black people got no place on the platform. That's where we draw the line in the sand. That's about it. So we don't defer. I done had the camps from New York on there, and they got indifferent opinions and positions based upon their leadership structure and their cultural environment about Africa. That shit don't come up. They don't come up. So we let people authentically be who they are, and this is how we continue to strive and how we continue to thrive. Let me bring to the microphone now the founder of a Huru Academy, the African Center Education Liberation Transformative Specialist. We get my brother on the microphone. Another addition to the family. 2020 looking amazing. I'm telling y'all, 2020 is looking amazing for the platform, and I'm proud to be in collaboration with one of my elders, Baba Amin Ojuwo, in the building. Baba Ojuwo in the building.
Black Power.
Black
Like,
power.
what's going on, Baba?
Hey man, I'm good, Born. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm good. You know, talk black to us. What's going on? What's going on now?
Hey, hey man, just chilling, man. I'm at the house right now. Probably about to mess around with some RBG music. About to put this got a hot mic over here, man. About to do something to it.
Okay. Okay.
You know. I still cut my teeth. You still gotta stay chiseled. That's my good brother Marcus Klein like to say.
That's right. Stay chiseled.
You
So
know.
tell us about the
So
school.
I'm chilling, man.
Real quick,
Hey,
tell us about the school.
well,
Tell the family that's listening what's going on, what you and Mama done created, and
okay.
the gift that y'all giving to the family.
Oh man. Very excited about what's going on with the Uhuru Academy right now. Of course, the Uhuru Academy founded 2010 by myself and my beautiful compliment, Mama and Koyo Ojuwo. So, I mean, 2020 is our 10th year, you know. And so we're excited about that. We're super excited about that. A lot of great things going on. Of course, we have Uhuru Academy SC growing. People talk about an independent African Center school on Black owned land. That's exactly what we have in South Carolina, and they're doing so good that we've relocated to help develop this program, and so excited about that. We're now enrolling as a matter of fact, pre-K through 8th grade at Uhuru Academy SC right here in Columbia, South Carolina. We got a beautiful program here, man. You talking about STEM? My babies are building Raspberry Pi computers. They're learning animal husbandry. We have animals on the farm. They're learning agricultural science at the same time. We got a vision development curriculum where they're all deciding what they want to be in the future and how they're going to get there. And of course, we infuse our culture into everything that we do, so we have a beautiful program out here in Columbia, and I mean it's off the chain, so I'm very excited about that. Uhuru Academy online. Say you're not in Columbia, but you're done with the school system and you need other options. You want to homeschool, but you don't necessarily want to be that everyday homeschool teacher. I will homeschool your child. I homeschool right now. I have 15 students across the country from the East Coast to the West Coast that sign on with me first thing in the morning in like 9 o'clock Eastern time. And I have them until 4 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? All day. And I'm homeschooling them. They're doing their math, they're doing the history, they're doing the vision development, the science, the whole 9 yards. They're being homeschooled by the Uhuru Academy just online. So we have that jumping off right now. Our adult education program, Operation Reconnect, which is morphing now into a huge initiative that we're calling Mission Empowerment, or Me Incorporated, right? And it's for older youth and younger adults, ages 16 to 24. If you don't have your high school diploma, not only do we have a program where we can graduate you with your high school diploma, but the Me Incorporated is designed to help you come up with that plan, that strategy to learn how to make money in the near future, in the distant future, and right now, and to realize your full potential. I mean, I'm really excited about that, and of course, those who are over 25 that have not graduated from high school, we have Operation Reconnect, which is an accelerated high school diploma program for adults, particularly working adults. You know what I'm saying? So all that's jumping off right now, boy, with Uhuru Academy. You can go to uhuruacademysc.org, sign up to be a Uhuru Academy Sustaining Star. And our sustaining stars are people who sign up with us to have a monthly debit taken out of their account on behalf and donated to the Uhuru Academy. And for those of you who know a little something about this, big money folk like Bowen them, we are a nonprofit. So everything you donate to us, you can write off. You know what I'm saying? So we have the Sustaining Stars program, man, where you can get in and you have an opportunity to be a part of our village through an automatic monthly debit. Go to uhuruacademysc.org to learn more about that. Visit uhuruacademy.com as well to learn about the online program, learn about Operation Reconnect, Me Incorporated, everything that we got going on, man. I mean, liberation through education, boots on the ground. That's us.
That's what's up, man. You make me want to have some kids just enroll them and get a GD.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, the African Center School movement, man, is growing. The public school system's doing an excellent job teaching Black people that is not for our children.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we abandoning them quicker than I can convince people to leave. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
So they're doing it. The white folks doing their job. I like to thank white people tonight. Keep up the great work. Keep up the great white work. You know what I'm saying? Because they doing a great job opening up people's eyes to understand that it is not safe inside their institutions, physically, mentally, or otherwise. And so there's a hunger out there. There's a need, man. And we just trying to fill the need. Shout out to others. Shout out to Marcus Klein and the Freedom Home Academy. Shout out to Cheryl Irvin and the new Akibalan STEM Academy in Florida. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ashley Prince and the Prince Circle of Legends Academy in the middle of 5th Ward in Houston. So shout out to all those and all those others, all the schools connected to the Council of Independent Black Institutions, all the schools connected to the National Black Independent School Organization. It's a movement, y'all, and it's a global movement that we just a part of.
That's hard. That's hard. Man. Thank you, bro.
Yes, sir.
And thank you and the Queen and every
yes,
of a person who has something to do with that. That's amazing. That's amazing. For real.
I say, man. Thank
Robert,
you.
if you could, real quick, yes, share some of the responses from some of the families, some of the children. You see what I'm saying? Give us a couple of stories real quick, so the family can know that it's beyond you.
I say. Well, man, we take pride in having several very satisfied and committed parents with us. We can go back to when the Uhuru Academy started in 2010. We actually started in the back of another school, secretly. you know, against the rules. Like it was we was a real underground school, you know what I'm saying? And
Talk about
my first student was a young brother by the name of Rahmani Muhammad, right? And at the time, with me being RBG and Pan-African, you know, people was like, how you gonna have a Nation of Islam child, you know, at the Uhuru Academy? You know, that ain't gonna work. They Muslims, you this, and that. I'm like, man, please, it is gonna work. You know, if we don't unify around our children, what can we unify around? You know what I'm saying? And long story short, Rahmani started with me in 2010, and last year I graduated him from high school. He never went to another school. From the 3rd grade through him getting out, he never went to another school. You know, now Rahmani is going into computer technology, and he's prepared, like prepared, beyond prepared. He's already dabbling in real estate. He's helping his father with they build fences and gates. So he has a trade with his father. He's in the real estate game trying to flip houses. I think he's driving for dollars right now, which is, you know, he got a couple of agents he worked with. He scouts properties. He sends them the information, and they try to cut a deal on the property, and he get a cut when they get paid. Matter of fact, with our Operation Reconnect program with the older youth, that's how we hiring young people right now to drive for dollars. You know what I'm saying? But so Rahmani is one of those stories. Now I have his 2 little sisters are in my online program, and I've had them for about 6 years. You know, so I'm just kind of pointing out the sustainability, you know, and the quality of the product that we're delivering, because families don't stay with you if you're not doing something right, you know. And so Rock is one of several that we've had the opportunity to graduate. And I'm talking about young people that the school system's giving up on. Adolfo, another student that came, when he came to me, he was a 1st grader. His discipline file was already this thick. The folks at the school said he needed medicine, said he needed to be in special ed, the whole 9 yards. Mama brought to us, all we saw was African genius. That's it. Right. So we tested him and we started dealing with him. And, you know, I found out what the problem was. He wasn't being challenged. So I skipped him up 2 grades. He was the worst behaved child in his public school. I skipped him up 2 grades. Right. Now, he still has some behavior issues here and there. But as far as this work and being challenged was concerned, he took off. Right. Dofo right now he's high school. You know, and his mom and them, they had moved, so he ended up leaving us after 7th grade. He's high school now. He plays soccer. He got accepted into an elite soccer academy in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? That it's not just about how good he is in soccer. The academics had to be on point, you know, and he got accepted on full scholarship to this prep school in Minnesota. So Adolfo's doing well right now as well. So that's another one of our success stories, because he was one that they had thrown away in 1st grade. They were trying to medicate him. If they would have medicated him and put him in special ed, that's where he would still be today. Special ed is like the Roach Motel at school. A lot of people check in, and nobody hardly ever check out. So that's another success story right there.
For that, that's like number like I would say in the 90 to 95% problem with our African children, them young African minds, in regards to the behavior problems. What's like the shift in thought process? How do you have that 180 turn? You see what I'm saying? And what's those takeaways and feelings like associated with the IEP plans and the Ritalin and all this other stuff that they're trying to throw at? You see what I'm saying? How do you?
First thing we're trying to do, our primary goal is to help parents and families take ownership. Help both parent and child to take ownership. Take ownership of your child's education. And for the child to ultimately take ownership of their attitude, take ownership of their feelings, take ownership of their emotions, their desire, their attitude towards learning, to take ownership of their abilities, right? A lot of we grow up in a system that kind of teaches you that all your power comes from the outside. You know, God is all the way up in the sky, right? And only God can do this and that. All your power comes from the outside in the school system. You know what I'm saying? When I'm in trouble, they got me in trouble, you know, or now when they have a behavior problem, you need a pill. You know what? You're ADHD. You have a disability. It's not your fault that you can't be still. You're sick. And because you're sick, we're going to give you medicine. Now we have a multi-billion-dollar industry attached to this medicine. I'm slanging dope right now. I'm slanging dope. And in order for this dope to sell, I can't allow you to get an inkling of belief that you can change your behavior without this drug. So one of the first things we have to do is give them that ownership back. Even those who weren't, but what you're asking about the ones that come in with those issues. So the first thing you have to do today, you got to give them that ownership back. And that's a lot of time. That's where our culture comes into play as well. Because, man, the more you learn about our history, especially the way we teach it from a positive perspective, of course, we don't start our history in slavery. Then you start taking ownership. You start taking ownership of math after you learn about Imhotep, and you learn about the mathematics behind the Eye of Heru and the great algebraic discoveries made in ancient Mali and Songhai and all that. You start taking ownership. You start taking ownership of science, right? And then when we do the character building, you start talking about the laws of Ma'at, and you start talking about the virtues of Ma'at and ancient and African-centered principles and that sort of thing. That stuff resonates, and they take ownership. We have a morning ritual, and every morning our children do a libation to collective ancestor. Then they're going to do a libation to a personal ancestor. Then they do a libation to all the children who are not here, right? So off top, you're paying homage. Then we go into an ode to the ancestors. So they have to do an ode to their ancestors. Then we do a pledge to the red, black, and green flag. This before we even go to class. Then we do a proverb of the day. So now we're going to jump right into African wisdom before we go to class. You know what I'm saying? And then we do an ancestor of the week. So we might be Marcus Garvey this week, might be Amy Jacques next week, might be Dessalines the week after that, might be Maurice Bishop, Walter Rodney. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then we're going to discuss this ancestor every day this week. We're going to provide a little video. We're going to talk about how they affected the people, but most importantly, we're going to talk about their character. And we're dealing with that character tough. So while I'm telling you, yeah, man, you can control yourself, I'm giving you the examples, and I'm putting you in an environment where you want to control yourself. You in an environment where, man, I don't want to trip out. I don't want to mess this up. Look at all this love. Look at all I see is people that look like me on the wall, and they showing me, folks, this dude told me I look like Imhotep, and I ain't trying to mess this up. This dude said I'm not bad. I'm not bad. What? I can control it. I ain't trying to mess this up. I want to be a part of this. And when I mess up, they forgive me. What is this? Nobody's calling the police. Nobody call. What you mean you're not calling your mom? My mom. I'm not calling your mom. I'm dealing with you. But I am going to call your mama when you do something right. Now, if you want me to call your mama, do something right, because I snitch that way. I'm a reverse snitch. I snitch on you when you do well. When you mess up, unless it's something especially egregious, we're going to handle that in-house. And when you provide that type of culture, y'all, it ain't a pill. You provide the culture, you provide the environment, they'll take care of the rest. We control the process, they control the results. If you want to plant seeds, you have to have the right kind of soil. You have to have the right kind of water. Mm-hmm. You plant the seed, but even with the perfect soil and the cleanest water, you do not control whether or not the seed is going to sprout. Your job is just to provide the right soil and the right water. And that's all you can do. And that's what you fight to maintain. Some seeds are going to sprout, some are not. But if you got good soil and good water, you'll have more that will sprout that won't. And the ones that do sprout are really going to blossom and feed everybody else.
All right.
Black power.
Black power.
Before you go, Bob, I want to make sure you get on that hot mic and do what you need to do.
Yeah, my bag, boy. You know how I get, man. You know how I get. This is what I love to talk.
I'm glad. I am so glad. I need the people to
hear. So I hope that makes sense. You know, I got a young brother that's about to start in January here in South Carolina, and you know, they've been tough with the medicine and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I don't tell them take them off the medicine right away, because then you got withdrawal issues. You know, I don't know how long you've been taking it and that sort of thing. You know, but we do need to institute an instant weaning process. You know, and if I can show you that he can control it, if we can come up with other strategies for him to control his anger and that sort of thing, you know what I'm saying? Then let's get him off of that. Let's rescue him from that, because he'll become an adult who think that you got to get high to solve your problems. You know, and so me and him, we already working on strategies. You know, I'm teaching him how to play chess and all that. Like, we're already putting those strategies together, you know, in anticipation of this powerful young African coming here, you know, and a part of that is counseling the parents and letting them know, hey, no, we can do this. We can do this together as a team. No one knows your child better than you. Just because that person at that office got a degree on the wall don't mean they know more about your child than you do. Take your ownership back. You raised that baby. You know that baby. Take your ownership back of your child. That's your child. That's our child. That child belongs to this village, not that village. That village is going to criminalize your child. That village is literally making extra money off of your child having a disability. That village is pumping drugs into your child. That village only cares that your child stays out the way and don't count against their test scores so it don't mess up their funding. That's what they care about. They don't care about your child. This village, we understand that we need your child if we gonna survive. Period.
That's right.
So it's a different attitude.
That's right.
I don't make money off of black failure. If we're a private school, if our students end up, if we had the dropout rate of the public school, we'd be shut down.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We'd be shut down if we had their dropout rate. But they monetize their failure. They make more, failing schools make more money than performing schools in a lot of cities. So they banking, literally banking on black failure. I don't get nothing extra. I don't get anything extra if they don't do well. Think about it. The average school district, the average child, the school is subsidized anywhere from $10,000 to $12,000 per year per child. Now imagine that every child, pre-K through 12th grade, is worth at least 12 racks, 10 to 12 racks each per year. Now think about a large school district. How much money that is. You're talking about $1 billion business, $1 billion government subsidy coming in. Now, you got laws in place that say, you got a policy that says, if I diagnose you with a disability, that 12,000 bumps up to 18,000 because it requires extra funding to help you with your disability. Now, with that extra money, all you really finna get is a doctor's visit and a prescription. You ain't finna get $6,000 to $8,000 more worth of services. That ain't about to happen, okay? But you are now a cash cow. You are $18,000 child. You think I want the 18 to go back down to 10, or do you think I want to stay at 18?
Fact.
Stay at 18.
I want to stay at 18.
That's right.
It's more money in your failure. And no one's gonna question anything because you're black. Everyone already believes that it's your nature to fail. They already believe that this is how you are naturally. You ain't got no excuses, and you just gonna end up dead in the pen like the rest of the niggas. So I can do this shit to you, and no one will care.
And that's why I say it's always the system and authority of controlling something that needed. The educational system need education. The child protective service need child protection. Like, it's like, that's crazy.
The prison industry needs prisoners.
Facts, man.
Right.
Okay, you can't have prison. You can't have a multi-billion-dollar prison industry without prisoners, and a lot of them.
Right.
School
Transgenerational.
operates the same. Public school operates on the same business model. Period. And I'm not telling, this ain't something I read in the Amos Wilson book. I'm talking about conversations I've had with school administrators, from assistant superintendents on down to principals, that I've had face to face. So this ain't rhetoric talk. This is the game. I had one principal tell me, when he sat me down, he told me, he said, man, I have it's a middle school in Fort Worth, man, in Hanley Middle School, full of beautiful. And he said, but you know how many of them really are special ed? I said, how many? He said 6. 90 of the 96. He said 90 of 96 just need their ass whooped. He's like 90 of them. He say, but the district won't let me retest them. The district won't let me go in and fight it. They won't let me do it because it doubles their enrollment dollars, and it exempts their test scores from counting. Because you might not be special ed born, but you don't look like your test taking skills suck, and you gonna look like you're gonna fuck up the math scores. You need a learning disability. I need you to have a learning disability so I can, number one, make your test score not count against the school test, because we lose money.
Right.
But also I can double your enrollment dollars because now you're a disabled student. So when they started doing this shit, y'all, heavy a few years ago, they had left one person out, the parent. Parents were instant like, nah, this some bullshit, this some bullshit, this some bullshit. Then they pull back around and say, but wait a minute, bam. You know, if your baby get a disability, you get a check.
Damn.
Let's just be real. Now, you know, if your child is diagnosed with a disability, you can draw disability. You can draw a disability check on your child.
That softened a lot of them parents right up.
Now I'm getting paid.
What you wrong with?
You know, and I ain't gonna go in hard on parents, but you think about a parent that's 1 foot out of the street. You think about a parent, how many homeless families do you think are out there with children in public school across America? How many near homeless, below poverty families that are living just day to day, hand them out? How many children go to school hungry every day?
Place to stay from month to month. That check guarantees that.
I come to you and say $250 untaxed dollars, $400 untaxed dollars. All you got to do is make sure that your child tests positive for the medicine every month.
Damn.
Can you imagine the psychology that you need your child to flunk a drug test in order for you to get paid? If your child does not have the medicine in their system, not only will you not get paid, though, and here was the fine print, y'all. Not only do you not get paid, but we can call yes.
Yeah.
Now we can call child protective services on you if you're not giving them the thing. So you're gonna lose your money and your child when you sign that paper. Because now CPS finna be in your life. And raise your hand if you want CPS in your life. So you gonna take that pill. Mom, I think I got it all under control. You just no, you don't. No, it ain't under control because the light bill ain't under control, my nigga. No.
Yeah.
But mama, the medicine making me sick. It's making me throw up, and the MS ain't making you need to stop eating them hot chips. That's what it ain't the medicine. It's not the, say that, repeat after me. It's not the $450. I mean, it's not the medicine. You know,
Yeah, sad truth,
man,
man. True. Sad truth, but it's true.
this is going on right now. While I mean, while our homies is doing 25 to 30 years for selling dope, our children are being force fed dope every day. Every day. What's the difference between dope and medicine? The name we call one dope. What you understand what I'm saying? They're taking opioids. There is no pill. There's no respect pill. There's no pill you take to make you say yes, sir, yes, ma'am. A pill is either going to take you higher or take you lower. That's it. It's either up or down.
Mind-altering drugs.
That's all it is. You either taking something that's like cocaine, speeding you up, or you taking something that's like a heroin, slowing you down. Period.
That's it.
Period. They just call it medicine because they want to slang it legally. That's a law term. Their dope is classified as medicine. Your dope in the trap is classified as an illegal substance.
Narcotic.
But it's probably the same substance that's in their medicine. It's the same substance that you're giving to your first grade. It's worse.
It's worse.
Matter of fact, you ain't even checking for what's in that pill they giving to your baby.
Right.
You trusting them.
Bare
You've been trained to trust them.
Put out a batch of pills that had the HIV virus in it. Knew it had the HIV virus in it, and
they doing business. Yeah, they doing business. They giving your child pills that they don't know what the side effects gonna be. It was just a good deal.
Right.
They offered the best deal. We're getting more bang for our buck with this one. You say it's an experimental phase.
Experimental.
So we don't have to pay as much for this one. We don't have to pay as much for this one. Let's try it.
You got the population in the public school. That's where it goes, and that's how they got the school to take the pipeline.
Yeah, you can't have multi-billion-dollar prison business without prisoners.
Right.
You can't have prisoners unless people break the law, and people ain't gonna break the law unless you keep adjusting it to their behavior. You adjust the law to people's behavior, so you have people to break the law. Just criminalize the behavior. Oh, fighting in school? That's a $500 ticket now. You're getting arrested now. Oh, we have zero tolerance in school, and we zero tolerance. That means I got the power to levy whatever punishment I want to levy against you for whatever offense that you make.
Whatever action you did.
Every action you did. And I don't have to take into account whether or not you was defending yourself or none of that. Zero tolerance.
And it was locking folks up for homeschooling. They was locking folks up for homeschooling too.
Yep. And we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight the homeschooling movement. Now I'm gonna tell you what saves homeschooling.
Break it down.
White people. White folk homeschool.
Right.
They don't send their children to public school if they don't have to. They homeschool, they private school, parochial school. That's what they do. Texas is one of the most racist states in America. You better not mess with homeschooling. In Texas, you ain't got to do nothing with the state. You don't ever have to send your child to a school in Texas. You can homeschool them from the time they're born to the time and graduate them right out your house. You ain't got to report nothing to nobody. And they better take your document. If they accept taxpayer dollars, they got to take your diploma. That's Texas. Because when they integrated the schools, them crackers say, I bet your mom won't go to school with niggas. I bet your mom won't. Now do something. They treat schools like guns. You're not getting my gun, and you're not getting my right to educate my child. We don't see it. We think all white kids is in public school, but that's just on TV. That's just on TV.
You go to them science fairs and all that, and who going to the where and this and that, and who won this and who won that, and who getting a free trip. Homeschool, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. You ain't even close. ain't
Yeah.
even close. Ain't even close. Yeah.
They ain't close. You know, because they understand something that we don't. They understand that you can graduate from college and still be stupid. They understand that. They understand that it's an agenda. They understand that it's a business. And you understand what I'm saying? And we got to understand that we feel like we're blaspheming against God if we go against the system. We feel like we're not being loyal. We don't think we can build something better. As bad as that is, we can't do better. I reject that notion. I reject that notion. I know we can do better than that. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. Even when you go into the public schools, if it wasn't for the black teachers and staff there that are identifying with the students, the stats would be worse than what they are now. We make the good in those schools happen. That's us. Those are black professionals making it happen. But they working inside an institution that's working against them. But they got them the same way they got them parents of the children with the disabilities. They providing you with your check. They paying you. And you don't know how to get that money without them. You're not confident in your ability to build a good lifestyle for yourself doing the profession you love without them. I've never been a certified teacher. Never. As far as in their system, never. I ain't got no teacher certification. None. People ask me, where's your college degree from? I ain't got one of them either. I don't have a college degree. I got a whopping 29 college hours. So sue me. Now, I've tutored people on to taking their GMAT. I've tutored people in calculus. I've helped people get their college degrees. I've even coached people on their dissertations to get their PhDs. I'm an avid student, a great student. I didn't finish college. I jumped right into the application phase of my life. But I've been teaching professionally for almost 30 years. And I know for a fact that a handful of good black teachers could outperform any public school, period. A handful of good black teachers who have the freedom to build the program, the freedom and the funding to build the program the way it should be built, it'll turn education around for our community overnight. Overnight. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, I know I immediately slowed down upon entering the school system. Like, by the time I got into school, I knew my colors, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, name, address, phone number, all that. And once I got there, I had to sit and wait for school to catch up with me until the point where I got frustrated with the high school and dropped out. So for those of us that did do that, what's the process?
Okay, well, now ours is, we call it high school. It's a high school diploma, right? And with Operation Reconnect, you just get with me, man. We enroll you in our program. There's an academic exam that you have to pass, right? Once you do that, with us, our priority though is your life strategy. What are you gonna do with it now that you got it? Once you get your high school diploma, what's the immediate short-term goal? What's the long-term goal? So you have to write an essay for me, you know, in that essay, you outlining what you're going to do now that you have your high school diploma, right? Then we meet and we put your plan together. What's going to be step A? What type of certification you trying to go get, you know? Like if you say, I just want my diploma to be on the mantle and to sit over the fireplace, this ain't really the program for you, But if you're saying I got a plan, right? Even if it's an entrepreneurial plan, we want to be involved. We want to definitely help with that. We feel like we have something to offer by way of knowledge, by way of resources, connections, plugs, the whole 9 yards, right? So that's how you do it. And it's self-paced. I've seen people come and get their high school diploma with us in as little as 4 to 6 weeks.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's a tuition. Everybody over 24 is $300. Everybody under 16 to 24 is $500 because you $200 more of a headache.
Damn.
Yeah.
When you're 25, you might listen a little bit more. 16, 24, we give y'all a little extra counseling. I need a little extra counseling. So that's how the program works, man.
So you got a couple of events coming up.
That's how the program works.
You got a brand new series that you rebranding and you revitalizing come February.
Yep.
Talk to us about it. Talk to us about what's going on.
All right. So we have joined Do the Knowledge Radio, the Do the Knowledge Radio family, in Koyo and I, and we are taking our live series, He Say, She Say, with Baba Amin and Mama and Koyo, and on Black Love Day, February 14th, Frederick Douglass' birthday, we debuting on Do the Knowledge, He Say, She Say. And we're gonna be live streaming video. We're gonna be doing an audio broadcast. Man, I'm loving this right here. This StreamYard, boy. I ain't never heard of this.
Hey, I'm slow crawling with all this little stuff. This a test phase just to even see what was going on. They had shadow banned me and shut me down. Before.
I've been messing with that XSplit broadcaster, but I'm liking how this worked. This looks really good right here. But so we got that coming up. Of course, we are now enrolling for both Uhuru Academy online. That's 3rd grade through 12th grade for the online homeschool. We're enrolling for that right now, and for the spring semester, which starts on January 6th. Where we always enrolling. I'm tripping. You can join our school anytime. And we're also enrolling for Uhuru Academy SC. No, I only got 4 slots left for the spring semester. So anybody in the Columbia area, now is the time to join this wonderful school. Again, for more information, go to uhuruacademysc.org. Event-wise, we got something in Atlanta coming up in March, the Afro Beats.
Right. Yeah, Afro Beats going down in Atlanta. What is it, March the 7th? You see what I'm saying? Let me get that flyer.
We got that happening. Yeah. And shout out to Lone Star RBG. Supreme Rob just announced the other day there will be RBG Family Weekend is back in August in Texas in 2020.
Okay.
So RBG Family Weekend is jumping off this year. So we excited about that too. Other than everything now rolling event wise, I'm also available. Y'all, I'm on the East now. I'm on the East Coast. So I'm available for lectures. I'm available for workshops. I'm available. Y'all got something jumping off, something going on, call a brother, man. Let me in.
Yeah, we hitting the road 2020. We hitting the road.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a road dog. I drove 1,000 miles to get here.
Right.
Right. I put in 1,000 miles to get here. So I move. I know how to move around. So I'm here, y'all. I'm here. And shout out to everybody in Columbia doing Kwanzaa. Queen T did a great job tonight at the Laurie Center. Last night we was at the House of Hathawk Bookstore and Cultural Center. Did a great job, Brother Jimmy over there. We was at the Booker Washington Heights Uhuru Academy on Umoja night, and we had a great program there. And tomorrow night we'll be at the Prince Hall Mason Lodge for a community Kwanzaa event there too. And shout out to everybody out celebrating with the community, using this week as a tool to build some powerful relationships that you'll take into the next year.
Well, y'all going down that long road where it look like ain't no civilization out there.
I live off one of those.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, boy.
I live, man. And Koyo
You better know
almost
where you
before.
going
And
when
Koyo,
it's dark out there. You better know where you going.
hey, we got in the area, man. We got in the area, and Koyo almost quit me before we pulled up to the house.
Oh man.
It got dark. She said, "Oh hell no, where you got me?
Exactly. You better
Where
know
you
where
got me,
you
man?"
going.
We came up on that clearing though. Came
Yeah.
on that clearing, this big pretty house sitting on that land. She looks like, ooh, okay. But yeah, man, ain't no street lights. Ain't no street
Yeah.
lights in my neighborhood.
Ain't none of that. That's where you going tomorrow, down that way. On purpose. That's on some land too out
That's
there.
where that lodge is.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's all right. My house
I
is down one of them roads, so it's all good.
think that's on Faro or something like that. Back there somewhere. Back there in the back.
Okay. Yeah, you know, you got to keep your brights on around this mug anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we out here, man. We out here in the country, man.
So biggest lesson take away
What's
from
up, man?
2019 before you go. Biggest lesson you took away from 2019 and what 2020 looked like for you.
The biggest lesson I took away from 2019 was, I would say, to walk in your destiny. This year, I learned how to walk in my path, like walk in who I am, kind of accept who I am, to stop forcing things and trying to control so much and focus on self-control, focus more on self-discipline and kind of letting everything else take care of itself, focus more on self-love, self-care, you know, and to kind of trust, let the universe do its job, let the ancestors do their job, let your complement do her job. You do your job, and your primary job is to take care of your mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. And so that'll be the biggest lesson I took from this away from 2019. And going into 2020, I'm turning a corner physically. I'm turning a corner mentally. And what 2020 has in store for me is just what that looks like. You know, what that next level look like. I mean, if that's what I did with a foggy brain, what am I going to do with a clear brain?
Say that. I say. I appreciate you coming
What am
through.
I going to do with clarity and rest? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, shout out how everybody can donate support. One more time, everything.
Okay. Well, hey, you can donate to the Uhuru Academy directly on Cash App, just $ Uhuru Academy. You know what I'm saying? And I see it's a little chat here. I don't know if you know who's on, who can see it, but I'm gonna put $ Uhuru Academy right there. You know, and then you can go to PayPal, and PayPal is paypal.me/the Uhuru Academy, like that. And then you can either go to uhuruacademy.com or you can go to uhuruacademysc.org, and you can donate that way as well. You can become a Uhuru Academy Sustaining Star with Uhuru Academy SC and with Uhuru Academy. And we can do an automatic debit each month, $10 a month, $5 a month, $20, $25, $100 a month. And shout out to all of my sustaining stars out there. You know, I got Africans out there that give to the tune of $100 a month, automatic debit, and they don't have a child in the school. You know, my Black experience, and I think the Creator, has been a beautiful one. So I know some beautiful Black people that really want to see us do well. So, yeah, that's how you get with us. Go on, donate. Give us that Black and Mild money.
Give us that Black and Mild money, damn it. Hey,
they don't need it. Nike don't need it no more. One less pair of Nikes.
Right.
Come on. 3 less honey buns a month. You can lose weight and give to the school at the same time. Give me your sweets money. Fight diabetes while building African-centered education.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Just slide it over here. Say, God damn it, I can't even buy a Twix. I gave it to Uhuru Academy. Saving your life.
That's right. Well, we appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. We waiting for that hot mic release to come out. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see you in March and see what new flame you got going on. You understand what
Oh
I'm
man, it's
saying?
on. Hey, go to my page, man. I did a Christmas song. I did my first ever Christmas song,
Oh
man. Never
yeah,
let me,
yeah.
you know, that Baba don't get the Christmas cheer, man. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? I
right.
did a Christmas song just for the children called "It Ain't No Santa Claus."
Mm, mm, mm. There you go.
So check that out. But I'm working on one right now, man. I think I'm gonna send this to Big Sid, Mr. Tukey Hoover. We're gonna put a little something together.
Okay, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah, we're gonna put a little something together. So we're doing our thing, man. It's a lifestyle.
all the time. I say.
I say.
All right,
I
Bob.
say.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all. I'm out, man. Y'all have a good rest of the broadcast.
All right, Black Power.
Peace. Black Power.
Elders like that, like that. See what I'm saying? Humbug, like quit. Nothing planned, impromptu, and drop some serious jewels. You know, drop some serious gems on y'all. You know, that look like cooperative, spiritual, mental, and emotional and psychological economics right there.
Mm.
You know, that's what it is. And this was just a test, Wild, huh? You see that?
That's what happened when it's your life. Yeah. Yeah, we do this in real life. Yeah. We just call it a test.
That's a test. That mom and that warrior queen got 10 children. They ain't got no issues. They can
That's,
just focus on their children. They got a whole school right there.
yeah.
And they got time for everybody else's children
He's smart.
and grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? So
Out of homeschool with your baby mom.
that's it.
You can't get child support out of me. Food your ass. Nah, that's powerful though, man. I'm glad. Yeah, I need to holler. Get a few people they diploma.
So my fam came through here showing love on this test day. StreamYard was not that bad. StreamYard was not that bad. So they start trying to ask me for some money. Then it might be funny. If they asking for some money, it might be funny. You know. So yeah, it's all good though. I guess we gonna wrap it up. We going live in the world or what we doing?
Black African power. Yeah, tomorrow. Black African
Tomorrow.
youth, Black African economics, Black African love. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. That's what I'm
Oh
talking
yeah, now we back on the block again. Let's do the knowledge YouTube world, man. I don't know what y'all gonna do now.
about.
So funkified. It's
Mm.
over, man.
Da 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 da.
I'm telling you, to put
Mm.
forth in. City Uhuru African Senate Education. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. He accidentally did that.
By accident. Yeah, I mean, you out of here, man. I guess. Anybody got anything else to say in this chat room over here? I see this chat looking illustrious. You see what I'm saying? Anybody got anything they want to shout out so we can shout it out live? So when
Yeah.
it circulate and
What
percolate, go ahead.
Patrick? Shout out to Optimistically Cynical. Nice name. Jerome, Brother Malik, Saz, I already know. Yeah. Brandon Bay. Yeah.
he said,
Brandon Bay, the lurker.
he said, I'm getting in the credits, damn it. I'm getting in the credits. Yeah, shout out to Saz coming through showing love, Brother Malik. Like power to you. Wrong me wrong with My Skin Is My Sin radio. Make sure y'all go to www.myskinismysin.net. Check them out. Liberation Mind Media's own original woman, Supreme Warrior Queen, always showing love, always showing support. And she loves her people and her people love her. Optimistically cynical, my bad. I'm about to talk about another show or series we starting. Like power to you. Queen Patrice Carter in the building. Shout out to Philly's own, Philly's finest, coming through showing love and support. Do Knowledge Radio yourself. You know, shout out to Do Knowledge Radio. blogtalkradio.com/Do the Knowledge Radio. DOTHA, like I say on the screen. DOTHA.
Facts. Forever.
KNOWLEDGERADIO. You know,
Facts.
let me put some of my donation links. Let's see if we get some donations in the name of Little Howard out here. You know what I'm saying? Put mine out here to see if I can get me, you know, a couple dollars so I can get some Kwanzaa gifts for the children and the grandchildren and the great grandchildren.
Right.
Check us out at www.dtkapparel.com. So if y'all don't want to donate, if y'all want something for y'all money, y'all can go to www.dtkapparel.com and get you some apparel. You understand what I'm saying? Apparel.
Oh,
You know?
mama.
You go www.blogtalkradio.com. Shout out to Big Mama.
Hey, man.
Talkradio.com/do knowledge radio. Subscribe over there. We're about to hit 1,100 episodes come Tuesday. Okay? Tuesday. Episode 1,100. And we're going to be in the building doing what we got to do. What we got? cash.me/$. Now I'm just going to lie. And so we're doing some tremendous work out here in the public, in the communities where we work and live, both on a local, state, and national and international level, with helping with the proper cultivation of thoughts and ideas of our people at home and abroad. Like the Honorable Marcus Josiah Garvey said, Africa for the Africans at home and abroad. So shout out to everybody who came through. Shout out to my elders and honorable ancestors. Make sure y'all go to www. I'm typing all this stuff in here so y'all go check it out. AfricanHouse.com and support our Jenga, our living ancestor, and his warrior complement, Dr. Baba and Wally Cable Mani Baruti of Audubon Institute. 20 years dedicated to the re-Africanization of the African family through African-centered education and tutorial help. You can get all of their books and lectures and support that wonderful African-centered institution. www.africanhouse.com. You have to go to www.melanatedgrades.com with our premier African-centered artist, Queen Afi Issei, First Lady of Revolutionary Minds Cinema. Shout out to Revolutionary Minds Cinema. My brother Brick, whose birthday is today. Shout out to Baba Brick. You understand what I'm saying? Brick Foundation. Make sure y'all check them out. Bandcamp.com/Brick Foundation for that transformative, motivational, revolutionary music out there. Shout out to him. Shout out to United Front. Shout out to Ty RBG. Check them all out at Bandcamp or SoundCloud. And we are out of here. Peace.